Mafi bona toge Biafra Rokobore Yamako Kariamano Uramo Mafi bona toge Biafra Rokobore Kariamano Uramo Mafi bona toge Biafra Rokobore Yamako Kariamano Urugo Mafi bona toge Biafra Rokobore Kariamano Imanadika Dinta Jaravia Ganebugabaya Wemanadika Dinta Jaravia Ganebugabaya Ogano Churi Aso Coach Patena Bagati Tindino Ogago Churi Aso Coach Patena Bagati Tindino Abo Brother Masikwala Makine Sirike Kiweli Sigiru Basabo Ezio Ima Wanawa Kesine Ne Madam Makiwelendo Gebirego Imanabu Kage Makiwe Esendelu Enyedia Unine Kero Sabo Nduhe Wegudo Nduhe Wegim Borabo on weekend to Hossa Nduhe Wegudo Nduhe Wegim Borabo on weekend to Hossa Sabo Otutu alala nike, otutu uru nike, ni agbego kele ha. Otutu alala nike, otutu uru nike, ni agbego kele ha o. Otu akoga de, mbe Biafra gabia, otutu ndega nora. Otu akoga de wo, mbe Biafra gabiaru, otutu ndega nora. Obotoma. Mafi bona toge Biafra, Rokobore Kariamano. Mafi bona toge Biafra, Rokobore Kariamano Ulugo. Mafi bona toge Biafra, Rokobore Kariamano Ulugo. Wanem Bianara Biafra do Bianara Here we did again, my brother. Senator Bianara Biafra. Governor Bianara Biafra. Absolute Bianara. Abataya, here we did again, my brother. Oh, Anile, Yala Omo Biafra, can you get it to cook it? Asemo wanile yala omo Biafra kanyikele tukokike Onye furo no dibo Wezi anyị mazi na modikal dike Obiago wetobu gibo na abo Wekwelugo na obonye tuku dijelalo Wekwelugo Ndum sina chuku, akarakam sina chuku Naburu Victoria Wankwa Ndum sina chuku, akarakam sina chuku Naburu Victoria Wankwa Afamolugo Ndembia kene nambole kolonu wepugo Mami movia kene Ndembia kene nambole kolonu wepugo Nama anyala wala na la nke Chukwu kwere anyị na nkwa. Anyala wala anyagawala na la nke Chukwu gọziri anyị. Ala Biafra obodo ọma ebe abịa sisele obodo ọma. Ụmụ Biafra tinyere ike were oge ike tinyere ha wee tegide ala ha emere mmegbu. Ụmụ Biafra tinyere ike were ike ha enyere ha wee leda ala ha emere mmegbu. Akụkọ adịka nwanyị mụrụ nwa nke na-enweghara oge agụgụrụ Hausa ha ga-amata ụlọ ala Biafra bara ha. Oge agụgụrụ Hausa ka ga-amata ụlọ ala Biafra bara ha. Ọma yesenoye igwe bute ụzọ bịago, agụ na-eche mba bịago, dogwu na-eche Igbo niile. Igwe bute ụzọ mo, agụ na-eche mba bịago, dogwu na-eche Igbo niile. Nwa Chinamara eju Igwe kwelugo na ọ bụ Chi Biafra nyere ka ọlụ. Igwe kwelugo enyi ọha bịago ezi nwafọ nwa ọla ozosi ka anyị dike m ụja ka mba. Enyi ọha bịa n'ozi nwafọ nwa ọla ozosi ka anyị dike m ụja ka mba. Omenne ji m ome nwanne nwa Jehova m tere mmanụ. Fada Ambassador of Peace. Kedu maka obere nwa High Priest nwanne ebute ụzọ Samuel of the Old, obere nwa Chineke tere mmanụ ka aka nwa Jehova. Kedu maka Zuma Rock Unshakable Rock? Asị ka Chukwu okike abịama na-edu anyị na-eje n'alata n'aha Chukwu okike abịama. Ise ọgbọgụmụ abịama mkpa gị soro si pasi bụ agha. Ọgbọgụmewo abịama mkpa gị soro si pasi bụ agha. Mgbe ndị omekome ha wagidere ya n'etiti ndụ na ọnwụ. Mgbe ndị omekome do awagidere ya n'etiti ndụ na ọnwụ. Gbagị gbalị ọgụ biro nwa Chukwu okike abịama na-agbara ọgụ n'iru nwa Chineke.
As long as we come on air every evening, the whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwu okike abịama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu okike abịama who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, nna anyị nke bi n'eluigwe, ka aha gị dị nsọ, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee all over this very planet that you created. They are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. That this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrath in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said, my name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet, I tell you. I lead indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. So also do I command the armies of Biafra. They are fiercely loyal. They are loyal, I tell you, and doing the work that I expect them to do. I also direct Radio Biafronia Wemna Chineke, not through any power which I possess or any extraordinary knowledge, but by your grace, O Lord.
By your grace.
By your grace, Chukwokika Biama. We honor you and we adore you. I know that some people listening, including the British, may not understand what we are doing.
They can't.
But there is nobody in Britain that answers Nwachuku, the child of heaven. We do.
We do.
Therefore, when we worship our Father, people should not try to be jealous. They should not feign ignorance or misunderstanding, because we are ancient people. We have been doing this for over 5,000 years, and will continue to do so until the end of time.
Until the end of time. Thank you for joining me this evening. The anticipated remembrance is here, and I welcome every one of you. Those of you that went to Finland, I am sure you will be conversant with the logo I have behind me. Yes, the platform logo. I want to welcome you tonight. Thank you for joining me tonight. I don't have much to say, but just for you to know that on this very day last year, we were in Lahti, and then there gathered about 517 delegates to vote and ascertain that, yes, our self-referendum was authenticated and valid. And everything done there by Brigi remains intact. The Prime Minister is aware, and all the documents and everything awaits the Prime Minister, who will oversee everything. Every other deception, manipulation of any liar or sons of Belial telling you document here, document that, they're all nonsense. Brigi is one. And some of the shameless people that are telling you about document, they don't even belong to Brigi. So the declaration and the self-referendum document and everything that is in the name of Brigi, and Brigi has a prime minister. 1 minute. And Brigi has a prime minister, and the prime minister is Mazi Simon Ekpa. He is indeed the prime minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. And so you're all welcome as I will be, making this introduction, and then I will read the intro, and I will begin to play, the events that took place on that day, just to remind us. What we're going to have tonight is a reminder, just to remember that, yes, we have it and we had it done. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Okay. All right, right here before me, and you can see it clearly, and I am going to be reading this intro. Hold on, guys. Okay. Biafra Republic Government in Exile conducted Biafra Self-Referendum, BSR, between February 1st and November 28th, 2024. The Biafra Self-Referendum, with over 50 million votes, provided the mandate for declaration of the restoration of the independence of the United States of Biafra. And with the declaration statement containing grievances of Biafrans, led to the declaration of the restoration of the independence of the independence of USB, that was ratified by 517 delegates on December 2nd, 2024, at the Sibelius Hall in Lahti, Finland. These 517 Biafra delegates vote that ratified the Biafra self-referendum and declaration of the restoration of independence restoration of independence of the United States of Biafra on December 2nd, 2024, provided the evidence and legal framework that Biafrans categorically reject Nigeria and its surreptitious plans to displace or eliminate indigenous people and dispossess them of their natural inheritance. So with that, I am going to take us straight to the event that took place in Lahti. Please, I am just going to be on the backstage, and or maybe right here where I am, and you all will be seeing and watching this event. Those of you that didn't go, or those of you that watched it live, then all the events that took place on that day, you will be watching right here with me. So let's go together and enjoy this remembrance. Maybe I should take it a little bit forward. Biafra is our nation, no. We say bye bye Nigeria. Biafra is our home, no. A referendum is our right, yo. Biafra is our nation, yo. We say bye bye Nigeria. Biafra is our home, no. A referendum is our right, yo.
All right.
No look at
it is happening live.
No look at the camera. Just
Biafrans are voting, massively voting. And so far, Biafra is just leading massively. I am yet to see a single vote for Nigeria. Biafrans are voting. Biafrans are voting right here in Lagos. Just in one house in Lagos, the neighborhood has assembled here.
Oh, hey, Biafra. Okay.
Everyone.
Please hand over your ticket to this beautiful lady, please.
I am being informed.
Hand over your ticket, the votes. The one with which you voted, hand it over to her. Make your vote count. Airborne. Yes, if you did one online, it's okay.
Already, as all the vote is going to Biafra. This is
Dr. Irobi, are you here?
This is happening live.
Dr. Irobi, are you here? All right, Biafrans. We are reminded to always keep our belongings with us. Do not leave your bags or your phones. And one of our brothers lost his phone. Please, if you come across a phone that is not yours, bring it to the podium or give it to any security here. Germany. Germany, you are asked to meet at the foyer at the end of today's event. Is the sports minister here, Honorable Gozie? Honorable Annen, are you here? Honorable Olewun, are you here? So, Biafrans, what you are watching on the video playing are Biafrans in homeland casting their votes. Fearless Biafrans casting their votes.
But it is existing.
We want Biafra. We don't want.
Additional announcements. If you've not signed the declaration document, please meet Honorable Adadi Oramma. Also, Adadiorama wants indigents of Odumegwu State to meet at the foyer at the end of this program for a photo. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, all hail Biafra. All right, let us get seated. And I have here with me Honorable Ebenezer Anene. He's going to talk to us about how beautiful the land of Biafra would be as soon as we take possession, full possession of our land. Honorable Anene.
All hail Biafra! All hail Biafra! This is an impromptu speech. Impromptu. And I know some of us are so worried about coming home now Biafra has come to light. Biafran nation has been established right now. What that will do for us is that when you fly in home, you don't want to fly to Abuja of Nigeria. You don't want to fly to Lagos of Nigeria. You want to fly to Enugu or Port Harcourt of Biafra. And when you get out of the plane, you're going to see all the good signs of Biafra. And like I said, it's an impromptu speech. I never planned to do this, but it's critical that we know what will happen next. I want us to try our best to donate, because once we go home to Biafra land, we will begin to improve the airports to make at least Port Harcourt and Enugu the international airports that all flights from all over the world will land there. So wherever you live now, you can easily make your flight straight to these two cities. Now, every state can have 2 or 3 or however many airports they want to have. But for now, the 2 airports I just mentioned are the ones that are active. But I do want them to be active enough to allow other flights, international flights, to come to it. Okay, so I want you all to do your best to donate. Because Biafra, when you come home to Biafra, guess what? You wouldn't want to go anywhere else. We will look better than the best cities in the world. I had told our Prime Minister, and he rejoiced over that and truly agreed to it, that Biafra cities will be better than Dubai city. all the new cities we will develop will be better than Dubai. And the existing cities will have to be modified to be at least close to some of these American cities that will make you don't want to go anywhere else. Your education will also be for Biafra. I've had people, family members, oh, can you send me some money so I could come to America? I want to get away from here. I said, nope. Biafra has come. You have to wait. And when you wait, you will see the great difference or differences in each and every city. That will make us become the best city in the world. Employment will be almost 1% lower. In other words, it's going to be 90% employment for every person that is old enough to work, 18 years old. There's so much work in Biafra land. Once it comes, we will develop that. So donate as much as you can until we're able to raise or generate all our income through the natural resources. All hail Biafra! It is not easy, but God has made it possible. We have been standing for many years, and I don't want to say too much. I was also in the war. Just a little thing. We left our home in Orca and walked almost 20 miles, 2 nights. I had 10 sets of clothes on me because there's no way to carry my clothes. That was not funny. That was not easy either. We cried most of the way. But we have to leave. So Biafra has come. Rejoice with me, because we will develop Biafra to be the best nation in the world. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Biafra. Hallelujah. Thank you all so much for coming. Some of us weren't easy to be here, but you made it. And we know when Biafra was declared, I was ready to run. I was excited. I almost stepped on things that I shouldn't step on, but I enjoyed it. God bless you all.
Anywhere you go, if you don't see woman, no one nigga butcha. Anyway.
All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Our day is getting better and better. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest in our midst. We are so lucky to have this guest. Our PM has been working so hard for this guest to grace this occasion, and he did. So, I call on Dr. Bryson Okeoma to introduce this special guest. I won't call his name. Let's keep the surprise going. Dr. Bryson Okeoma, please take the stage.
What's that to go? Lie on yourself. I'm the war, I'm the fight, I'm the battle. I got the powers. I got the powers. I'm about to release my powers.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, like she said, we have a special guest who has come in graciously from Washington, D.C. to share his thoughts with us this afternoon. So everyone here agrees with me that Nigeria is probably the only country in the world facilitating external aggression against her indigenous populations. Is that a fair statement? Okay. Invading terrorists kill hundreds of indigenous populations, Africa community. But instead of deploying their military to root out the invaders, Nigeria deploys its military against indigenous populations resisting the invasion. As such, Nigeria government has made Nigeria a massive killing field, taking hundreds of lives every day. For us to have a state that uses its military to defend her citizens, the independence of Biafra, the independence of the United States of Biafra is a necessity. On November 30th, that's just 2 days ago, we listened to perspectives from Michael Rubin, an advocate for freedom, who had written about Biafra self-referendum, the data you just shared, and the need for the incoming US President, Donald Trump. I know you guys love him. To pay attention to Biafra. Today we will listen to another Washington, D.C. based advocate for freedom, Mr. Doug Bandar. So, Doug he's a senior fellow at Cato Institute. He specializes in foreign policy and civil liberties. Doug has written extensively on issues bordering freedom and civil liberties around the world, and has written several articles on insecurity in Nigeria. Today, Doug will share his perspective on Biafra freedom, exit from Nigeria, its implications for security, and the role the US government can play. Ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome Doug Bandar.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. This is a much more enthusiastic audience than I normally find in Washington, D.C. And I appreciate very much the opportunity to come. As you can imagine, for me, it's very unusual to be speaking about Nigeria in Lahti, Finland. Only very recently did I have a chance to meet and to speak with your ministers and discuss your cause. And I'm very glad that Michael Rubin spoke to all of you. I have great respect for him, and he writes about liberty and freedom around the world regularly in Washington. I have visited Nigeria and have been incredibly impressed at the people that I have met. As I traveled across Nigeria, I found people who were entrepreneurial, who worked extraordinarily hard, who were people of faith, people who cared for their families, and people with extraordinary potential. Yet I found that they suffered under a government that did not live up to its responsibilities to protect them and to protect those opportunities for them, and a government that in many cases seemed to be working against them instead of for them. Now, Nigeria, as anyone who looks at would recognize, is extraordinarily important, not only for Africa, but to the world. It has the largest population and economy in Africa. Africa itself is a continent of extraordinary potential, a growing population when most of the rest of the world, including America, have declining populations. But we see vibrancy and growth in Africa. And Nigeria has so much to offer, not only, to Africans, but also to Americans and to people around the world. I have occasionally gotten into a taxi cab to go to the airport, and my driver, it turns out, came from Africa. And we will discuss where he or she came from and what their home was like. And what I am particularly concerned about, like Michael Rubin, is concerned about human rights, about religious liberty, about economic opportunity, all of which are fundamental for human people everywhere on earth. And despite problems in my country, and as all of you recognize, all countries have some problems, and I accept with my own as well, the United States has done generally pretty good at trying to protect those opportunities and those liberties, which is why we've drawn people from Nigeria to America. But you shouldn't have to leave your country to have those opportunities. To me, that is the great tragedy that we see in Nigeria today, and for Biafrans, is the belief that to be fully protected and have full opportunity, that they must leave and go somewhere else. Now, you are enriching countries around the world, and that, I think, is wonderful, bringing knowledge of Nigeria, of Biafra, of Africa to Finland, to Europe, and to America. But again, you shouldn't feel you have to leave your homes to do so, and that is something which other people, other countries around the world should support you as you demand that those opportunities be protected. And we all know the problems that have occurred in Africa, in Nigeria. I don't have to go through them, you have lived them. In terms of internal conflict and violence, of misrule and dictatorship, of corruption, of political misbehavior, even of the current government. That the problems, unfortunately, there was great hope when the dictatorship ended. But if one looks at Africa and looks at Nigeria today, one sees it getting worse, not better. And that is wrong. And that is a threat to you all. It's a threat to your families back in Nigeria, and it's a threat to everyone who lives in Biafra. I think that it's important here, it's vital that these opportunities not be lost. An area that I care especially about is religious liberty, and I write about that an awful lot. And that's an area that I have great concern in what I see in Nigeria today. That again, there's a long history here, which I don't need to tell you because you have lived it. But it's recognized by some in America, and I think this is an important issue to address the new administration on. Because Donald Trump does care about religious liberty. It's an issue during his first term that he was concerned about. He received very strong support from many religious people in America. And this is the kind of issue that you can use to talk to the incoming administration about the importance of liberty in Nigeria, and also in that context then raise the cause of Biafra. That is not something which many people write about. Michael Rubin was an exception. But this is an issue that you can use to educate Americans. The U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom, which is an independent body that studies religious issues around the world, told us last year that freedom conditions in Nigeria remained extremely poor. Violence across Nigeria impacted freedom of religion or belief as the government failed to prevent attacks against faith-based organizations and worshipers, with some accusing it of actually fomenting those attacks. So this is recognized. This is recognized in Washington. And of course, these kinds of attacks harm all Nigerians, everywhere in the country. But the attacks have been particularly focused on Christians. And that is something, again, that can be brought to the attention of the U.S. government, that this is a way to raise your cause. The challenge, I have to tell you, is today in Washington, every interest group and everyone is lined up hoping to get the attention of the new president who comes into office. So this will not be easy. So it's very important to find causes that this president and those around him care about. And I think that is going to be the biggest challenge for you all. It was obvious the Biden administration was not particularly concerned about these issues. Unfortunately, I wish it had been. I personally and my institute try to stay nonpartisan. We want to speak to anyone who we can in Washington about policy and engage anyone who's willing to talk to us. But looking at the record of the Biden administration, it was far too willing to deal with the established government and seemed unconcerned about fundamental liberties like religious liberty, and was prepared to dismiss attacks on Christians throughout the country as being part of rural disputes and climate change and other things, when in fact we can understand the deep roots of religion that those attacks reflected, and the fact that there are virulent terrorist groups active in Nigeria, where at times the government and government security forces have seemed as willing to attack the citizens of Nigeria as to protect them from those terrorist threats. So this, I think, is an important issue to bring forward. It's also important to address the Trump administration when it's trying to think about future friends in Africa. That Biafra would be a friend of America. And you are certainly making that case, and you need to ask those you know in America to make that case in America as well. Because again, Donald Trump is, shall we say, a very unique person. That that's not always perhaps to America's benefit, but I think in this case, it's actually very useful. Because Donald Trump is willing to break with the status quo. I do a lot of work on issues like North Korea, and I thought one of the brilliant steps that Donald Trump took was a willingness to meet with the leader of North Korea that no other U.S. president had ever done. So that is something that you can appeal to him on, that perhaps he could meet with the leader of Biafra. that he recognizes the importance of reaching out to people who his predecessors refused to have anything to do with. Donald Trump, maybe there is an opportunity. And I also think those around him, many of those who are coming in, share that willingness to challenge the status quo. And that is what you suffer from. And I will admit, when I first heard about what you were doing, I'm old enough, unfortunately, to remember the terrible war. I was young, but I still remember pictures on TV and pictures of starving children, the horrors that happened with that. And you all know that. I suspect almost all of you had people who suffered in that, friends and family who died and suffered, the horrors of that, which can never be repeated. But what the status quo in Washington then is, we don't talk about such things, right? We put them away in a closet somewhere, and we say that issue's finished, nothing to be done, please don't bother us, we have other things to do. And when you sit in Washington, I have to tell you, it's very tempting to it's kind of the ultimate imperial city, where American policymakers view themselves as kind of on top, and their job is to speak to the world and deliver their judgment. Now, I am not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell Nigerians or Africans what to do. I do not live your experience. I do not go through your experience. I have not suffered what you have suffered. I have not had the frustrations that you have had. So the last thing I would ever do is to try to tell you, as if I know better than you, what you should do. But I want to encourage you to speak out, because you can carry the message forward. And that message needs to go to Washington, D.C. And that message needs to go to the White House when there's a new president. It needs to go to the Congress. Now the U.S. Senate will be controlled by Republicans as well. There's a chance there. It needs to go to think tanks, which matter, people who spend a lot of time, they publish lots of stuff. You know, they spend a lot of time thinking, in theory, in meeting, but they need to hear your message, because today it's not a message that anyone really wants to talk about. But I think if you can get attention of the president, get attention of other leaders, this is an opportunity. And I want to encourage all of you, you have a cause that is just, a cause that is important. It is a cause that is compelling. And I think then nestle that within the larger argument. You know, this is an administration, current one, where the president only now, as he is about a month and a half away from leaving office, decided to visit Africa. That apparently he looked at a map one day and said, oh, I guess I wasn't there. Now we need, with the new administration, a president who comes in and says, I should go to Africa. I need to look at Africa. I need to understand Africa. And a good place for him to start is Nigeria. And if he starts, he should not start thinking of Abuja. He should start thinking about the people of Nigeria, wherever they live, and understanding how that government in Abuja and its security forces are not serving the people of Nigeria. Because the ultimate responsibility of any government is to protect your safety, is to protect your opportunities, to protect your freedom to worship and to live and to speak, and to protect a democratic future where you can choose your leaders freely and live in a free and democratic society. And that's not being done today by the government in Abuja. And Nigeria could lead Africa, but as I indicated, it looks like it's going in the wrong way. Well, a free Biafra could lead Nigeria. So I want you to encourage, take that message to Washington, that listening to you is an opportunity for the United States to help improve Africa and help Africa lead the world. Because as I indicated, again, you look around the world, virtually every country is shrinking. I mean, one can look at Europe and much of Europe could theoretically disappear. I mean, the estimates on fertility rates, it's extraordinary. Even at China, by the end of the century, people talk about China being maybe 400 million people rather than 1.4 billion. Africa continues to have vitality. Africa continues to have life, and for the future can show the way. And that is the very good reason for the United States to have a president start with a visit to Africa, not end with a visit to Africa. To turn it around and say, I'm starting with the future. I'm starting with the possibilities. I'm starting with the opportunities. And again, a good place to start, if that's your policy, is Biafra. So let me, as I indicated, I'm not going to tell you what to do. But it looks to me like you know what you want to do. And I want to commend you, again, for your enthusiasm, for your willingness to gather here, for your willingness, you've chosen leaders, you're pushing referendum, you're taking steps to make this vision, this dream, into a reality. And I just want to encourage you on that journey. This is your journey, not mine. It's not Donald Trump's journey. It's not an America's journey. Unfortunately, the United States has pushed a lot of people on journeys that didn't work out. But if you start on the journey and you are making the journey happen, then you can come to America and say, help us. So I want to conclude with a vision of a democratic and prosperous African continent, a democratic and prosperous Nigeria, and a democratic and prosperous Biafra. This is up to you to turn that kind of a vision into a reality. And I'm so happy again to see so much enthusiasm and a willingness to gather and to push this vision. And I want to thank you for inviting me to come to speak to you. Because I have to tell you, as someone who's been involved in American politics for a very long time, and has grown a little tired and a little cynical about American politics, I find this energizing and for me to go back to America. So thank you, Godspeed, and have a blessed new year. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a surprise. They said that we could not make it. You are not going to reach anywhere. They have the weapons. They have the power. They can do anything, and you can't use anything. You can't even use your brain. But this was a surprise. Somebody make some noise for the surprise. Yeah. That makes me to remind myself of Biafra and us all here.
Biafra is an element of surprise. Biafra is a shining light. Biafra is an element of surprise. Biafra is a shining light. Biafra is an element of surprise. Biafra is a shining. Biafra is an element of surprise. Biafra is a shining light. It's just like when they said that nothing good is going to come out of Jerusalem, Bethlehem. This is the hem, the home. One of our brothers here, his name is Bethel, the house of God. And this is what each and every individual of you is. Because Chukwu Okika Biama, you're doing the rating, the truth. Blessed love, element of surprise.
All hail Biafra! All hail Biafra! Biafrans, another hands of applause for Mr. Dog. Right. Okay. As we continue with our program, we call on Sister Olewunne. She will tell us what the group of sisters are doing to help Biafrans back home. Sister Olewunne.
Ndewon. My fellow Biafrans, distinguished guests, friends of Biafra, permit me to stand on the existing protocol. Today we gather here not just to recount the past, but to chart a new course towards a future filled with hope and self-determination. We stand on the shoulders of giants with history that stretches back centuries, encompassing triumphs, tragedies, sacrifice, blood, and an unyielding spirit of resilience. This speech is a tribute to the journey of our people, the Biafra people. From the depths of slavery to the emergence of the United States of Biafra, USB. It is a call to remember, to honor, and to forge ahead. The dark abyss of slavery. Our story begins in the heart of Igbo land, where our ancestors live in thriving communities, rich with culture, tradition, and a deep sense of kinship. However, the shadow of slavery casts a dark spell over our land in the 16th century. The transatlantic slave trade forcibly uprooted countless Biafran men, women, and children from their homes, shipped them across the Atlantic to endure unimaginable horror in foreign lands. Igbo slaves found themselves in various parts of the world: Brazil, Caribbean, the United States, and beyond. Despite the brutality of their conditions, they carried with them the indomitable Igbo spirit. In these foreign lands, they preserved their heritage through subtle acts of resistance, cultural retention, and community building. Survival and evolution. In the Americas, Igbo slaves were known for their resilience and ability to maintain aspects of their culture, identity. In Jamaica, the Igbos were called Ebo and were reputed for their strong sense of spirituality and community. In the United States, their legacy lives on in the Gulan culture of the Sea Islands, where the echoes of Igbo language custom can still be heard. In the story of Olad Ekwano, an Igbo man who was enslaved as a child, but later bought his freedom and became the prominent abolitionist, is a testament to our people's endurance and ability to rise above adversity. His narrative, interesting narrative of the life of Lord Ekwano, is a poignant reminder of our past, a beacon of hope and a future, a beacon of hope for our future. The Biafran-Nigerian War, a struggle for self-determination. Fast forward to the mid-20th century, the dawn of independence in Africa brought new hope. But for the Biafrans, it also heralded a period of unimaginable pain and suffering. The political instability and ethnic tension in Nigeria led to the secession of Biafra in 1967. The Biafran-Nigerian War, also known as the Nigerian Civil War, was a brutal conflict that lasted for 3 years, from 1967 to 1970, claiming over 3 million lives of Biafrans. Accidentally, I was born in Biafra, not as a Nigerian. I was born during these years of existence of the sovereign state of Biafra. Many people wouldn't believe that I was born at this time. Perhaps that explains my unquenchable fire of Biafra that I carry. The war was characterized by immense suffering, particularly for the civilian population. The blockade imposed by the Nigerian government led to widespread famine, resulting in the death of millions of people, many of them children. Images of starving Biafran children shocked the world, highlighted the severe humanitarian crisis. Thanks to the intervention of many missionaries, organizations through the Biafran airlifts, by the effort of the Joint Church Airlift, the GCA, Catholic Relief Services, the RCS, Caritas International, missionary priests and sisters, particularly the Holy Ghost Fathers from Ireland, Bishop Shanahan. They did a tremendous job in Olo, and you can still see it today. The wonderful College of Boys and Girls, Bishop Shanahan College in Olo, still functioning, still standing. Many Biafrans lives were saved because of their efforts. Many lives were saved. The missionaries did a tremendous job in Biafra during the war. Despite the overwhelming odds, the Biafran people displayed incredible resilience, innovation. During and even after the war, Biafrans were stripped of everything they owned in the same Nigeria. They were integrated back into, regardless of your possession, network, or your bank balance. The Nigerian government seized all, gave Biafrans a mere sum of £20 to restart their lives. Yet, Biafran, my people, survived. They thrive till this day, but the pains of oppression and injustice remain ingrained in our hearts. The emergence of the United States of Biafra, the USB. The war ended in 1970 with Biafrans reintegrated into Nigeria, but Nigeria covertly continued the war against Biafra in principle, so the dream of self-determination never died. Over the years, the desire for sovereign Biafra has cemented. The desire for a sovereign Biafra has cemented, fueled by continued marginalization, economic deprivation, and political exclusion. Today, we stand at a critical junction in our history. The United States of Biafra, the USB, represents not just a political entity, but a vision of society founded on the principles of justice, equity, prosperity for all citizens. It is a call for self-governance, where the rights and aspirations of the Biafran people are fully recognized and respected. It is a reclamation of our identity, our rights, to chart our destiny. Conclusion, Biafrans, let's go home. It's time to go home. As we embark on this journey towards the United States of Biafra today, let us remember the sacrifices of our ancestors, from the dark days of slavery to the struggle for independence and the quest for self-determination. Let us honor their memory by building a nation that upholds the values of freedom, equity, unity, and progress. We call upon the international community to support our quest for self-determination. Recognizing the historical injuries and the enduring spirit of the Biafran people, we ask for peaceful, constructive dialogue with Nigeria, aiming for a solution that respects the rights, aspirations of all parties involved. My fellow Biafrans, it is time to go home. Let us rise, united and determined, to build the United States of Biafra, a beacon of hope and a testament to our enduring spirit of our people. Take home what it takes to get freedom is different from what it takes to stay free. Remember that. What it takes to get your freedom is different from what it takes to keep yourself free. It's two different things. Independent and staying free and building your nation is two different things. The first set we finished. The second set is just beginning. At this juncture, may I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama bless our leader, Ohomadike one of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May he bless may he bless our indefatigable Prime Minister, His Excellency, Mazi Samane Bobatobie, the good guy. Because of him, we are all here today, because of him. By the time they got to Nnamdi Kanu, if our Prime Minister didn't come up, we wouldn't be here today. Another round of applause for him.
Firebrand at Biafra.
May he bless our Chief of Staff.
Oh yes, British Cabinet lions and lioness. COS, the lioness. Oh
they thought when they got our Prime Minister, nobody will come to Finland. We are here today saying it's Biafrans, not just the Prime Minister. Biafrans are speaking. And I thank our Chief of Staff for standing up and taking them one blow, 7 apple down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I also thank the Brigade. The Brigade are wonderful people. The Brigade is the team that brought all of us here today. Clap for them, please. May God bless us. God loves us so much. This is the last miracle on earth, as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. Biafra is the last miracle on earth. And nobody can stop Biafra. No man born of a woman can stop Biafra. No man. On this note, the Sisters of Our Lady Immaculate, which I'm humbly the founder, is offering to Biafrans a place you can come and have a retreat. wouldn't mention where it is in Biafra land. Most of the job has been done. If you want a simple recollection with your God, because all this has, you need a time to sit down and reflect and meditate and thank Chukwuokike Abiama for all he has done for us. So this is what we're offering for Biafrans. Thank you very much. I love you.
I have gone. Thank you.
It keeps getting better. We thank Honorable Oleunne. Thank you so much. Now we call Honorable Dorothy Adanna to the stage. Honorable Dorothy. Announcements, please.
Thank you, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu talks about the meaning of Umu Chineke. Everyone here, we are all Umu Chineke. Please, it's not palatable that some of our brethren are looking for some of their properties, especially telephones. If by chance you happen to be having someone else's telephone or you see it anywhere, please bring it to me or bring it to Professor Choma here. We're going to keep it. I'm saying it because we are the ones you could see very quickly. You ought to go? Because the security might be checking so that you don't go away with someone's phone or be embarrassed when they check you and they see someone else's telephone. You may not have taken it deliberately. You may have, by chance, misplaced it and it's with you, please. Or any bag that belongs to someone and you happen to come across, please bring it to me. I beg of you. Thank you very much. Very, very important. About 4 or 5 people are complaining to have misplaced their telephone. Yes. Telephone is not proper. Thank you very much. God bless you. I'm waiting to collect anyone you see around you on your seats. By chance, please bring it to me. Thank you very much. Anything you see that is not your own, just bring it to me. Somebody even missed his flight ticket, convention bag and all that. Please bring it to me, please. I beg of you. Thank you very much.
Yes. So please cross-check yourself, because you know sometimes we just pick up the next handy, the next mobile phone, yes, or whatever, because all our bags look alike. You know what I mean? So please, everybody, cross-check, even when you are sure that you have your own. So still cross-check. And right now, our sister, when she mentioned Obatobie, first of all, she mentioned Ohamadike 1 of Biafra. Then something happened when he came to PM. Then that thing sent the signal straight to me, the reason why that happened. Because you remember, before he became our PM, we call him the dragon. You know that? Conquering dragon, conquering dragon. Yes, Timon is a conquering dragon, a conquering dragon, conquering dragon. Never, never gonna take intimidation. Conquering dragon, conquering dragon. Love the truth down to his heart. Conquering dragon, conquering dragon. I gonna tell you this story now. Just like Daniel, yes, in the lion's den. They wanted to harm him, but they couldn't do him anything then. They checked and realized he was the real lion. Yes, sir, this dragon is a real lion. Then I call him conquering dragon, conquering dragon. Couldn't take no intimidation. Conquering dragon, conquering dragon. You agree with me? Say yeah. Conquering dragon, conquering dragon. Him come brings you destruction. Conquering dragon, conquering dragon. And we are marching to Biafra land. Conquering dragon, conquering dragon.
Minister Gozier, the sports minister, are you here? Gozier, are you here? Come to the podium. Omambala State Indigenes, meet at the foyer at the end of the program. Please, our brothers and sisters are looking for their belongings. If you happen to come across a phone that is not yours, or flight ticket that is not yours, it's found. Okay, the flight ticket is found. What about the phones? Okay. Please, we are losing 2 or 3 phones. If you happen to come across them, take them to security or bring them to the podium. And please, ladies and gentlemen, let us be a little bit careful with our belongings. Wherever you are going, take your bag with you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the sports minister to the stage. No. We welcome Honorable Dorothy to the stage.
Welcome, indigenous people of Biafra, the United States of Biafra. Sorry. Thank you. I am Dr. Dorothy Anthony, the Secretary for the Department of Women and Children Services, Bridgie. His Excellency, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, Cabinet members present, distinguished guests, members of the international community, honored delegates, and fellow advocates for freedom. It is a profound honor to address this esteemed gathering at the United States of Biafra Declaration Convention in Finland, Lahti. Today I stand before you not only to share the accomplishments of our Department of the Women and Children Services, but also to celebrate the incredible resilience, creativity, and determination of Biafran women and children. In our journey towards, not liberation anyway, this declaration, we already declared our country. In this journey, the future lies in the hearts of our children and the unwavering spirits of our dear women who have suffered untold hardship back home country. It is our duty to empower them, nurture their talents, and amplify their voices on the global stage. This year, we made history in bringing Biafran's children into the national spotlight. In June, our children joined peers from all over 200 countries to participate in the 6th International Women's Peace Arts Competition. With the guidance and support of the Department of Women and Children Services, they painted powerful visions of peace, wrote heartful poems, and shared stories of hope. Their art's work reflected their dreams of a better tomorrow. And I'm trying to show the various artwork our children drew during the 6th International Women Competition. So we had time practicing for months to enable them participate in this very competition. From diaspora, we were able to connect some of them in diaspora and some of them in back home country to show you the resilience of our children. They also participated in, they have different cultural dances. We have 2 cultural dances, one in diaspora and one in back home country. And you can see, I don't know if the drawing is showing, the drawing of Ahamadike and that of our Prime Minister. So, thank you. So this very drawing was exhibited and presented by our children during the Department of Women and Children fundraising competition. This is part of the drawing also. So to continue with my presentation, so with the guidance and support of the department, you can see the talent our children have. Our children are so creative that when encouraged, they can do amazing things. Unfortunately, they don't have the opportunity to do that in the zoo. So I'm standing here on behalf of our children and women to state categorically that now we have gotten our we have done our declaration, hoping for a better future for our women and children who have been molested, who have been raped, who have been disregarded, who have been marginalized, who have been discriminated in various forms, even admission into the universities. I had an ugly experience even when I applied to study medicine in the zoo. I was deprived of that opportunity to do medicine. The same thing applies to most of our children who have even attended the score point. And to attest to that, you can see that the cutoff point of our children in Biafra is quite different from the cutoff point of those in the southeast and the northern part of the zoo. So, my dear brothers and sisters, this artwork, like I said earlier on, reflected their dreams of a better tomorrow. And I assure them today, with members of the Bridging Cabinet and the government of Biafra, that our children will have the best in the world. So to ensure their success, our department provided the necessary funds for the materials and internet access. This was not just an investment in art, but an investment in their voices. Through these expressions, our children describe what peace means to them. A vision that transcends borders and challenges, all to build a brighter future. It is with this great pride that I share the news that Biafran children stood out on the world stage. They not only participated but excelled, with several of them receiving awards and recognition from the International Women's Peace Group, IWPG. Their achievements were further celebrated by the Chief of Staff of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Honorable Dr. Ngozi Orabweze. She presented them amazing gifts, additional gifts, a gesture that encouraged and inspired them to aim higher. Our children are not only artists, but cultural ambassadors. The Biafran Children Cultural Dance Group, along with the Biafran Women Dance Group, has showcased the richest of our traditions, telling our story through rhythm, movement, and songs. These performances remind the world of our heritage and our collective strength as a people. As a department, we have also organized fundraising efforts to support the liberation movement. Every contribution brings us closer to realizing our goals of a free and independent Biafra. Thank you. Biafra, where our children can grow in peace and our women can lead without barriers. So just a few days ago, before we came to for this conference, that was in November 23, 2024, the International Women Peace as competition concluded, but its impact will be felt for years to come. The drawings, poems, and writings presented by our children are a testament to their hope, resilience, unwavering belief in a better future for Biafra. As we gather here today, let us also remember that the liberation of Biafra, which already we have declared, is not just about political independence. It is about creating a society where every child can dream freely and every woman can lead boldly, just like you can see our COS. So, my dear Biafrans, I urge all of us to continue supporting our women and children. Let us nurture their talents, amplify their voices, and ensure that they remain at the heart of this declaration and our country, Biafra. For in them lies the soul of Biafra and the promise of a brighter future. To conclude, together, we have already liberated Biafra, but we, like Sister Olone said, we are rest assured that we are going to fund our country and make it a better place for our women and children. Thank you. We will also build a future defined by peace that the zoo couldn't give us, defined by justice that the zoo couldn't give us, and in other words, defined by unity and love. Thank you, and may the spirit of Biafra continue to guide and protect us.
Thank you. Thank you. It's all about our children. You know, our people used to say, in Igbo language, they say they pray for their children to be better than them. And that is always our prayer. And then when I thought about the names we bear, because you know that everything is in our names, because word is Jah. And now we get the name called Azuka. I will get another name called Kiruka. Then I realize saying Kiruka and Azuka, they add up. They add up. I think I'm again, as he say, it add up. I think as he say, because Biafra parents lift their children up in Kiruka and Azuka add up. Biafra parents lift their children up in Kiruka and Azuka.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. While we wait for the next program, we are going to use this opportunity to issue more identification documents to Biafran citizens. We call on Tel Camp Mary to come up and pick up your ID card. Tel Camp Mary, are you here? Anyoha Catherine.
Very old, 85 years, but she's here. So she may take time to come. So that will be her private. I'll bring her.
Ako Innocent, okay. Prince Michael. Isaiah Benjamin. Can you make some noise if you hear your name, please? Okpara Peace Ijoma. Anom Esther Ifi. Obetrams Ike Ejidai Ejidike. Either one. Nwoke Rita Chinelo. Okoli Ethel Obiageli. Enobakare Becky. Iyobi Imeda Nonyelum. Oji Kingsley. Oji Kingsley Odera. James Anene Josephine. Okereke Nenaya C. Egeonu Uchenna Steven. Abana Flora. All right, thank you. We continue later.
All hail Biafra. You can see how flavorful this is, doing so many things at the same time. We still have ID cards here, so if you haven't received yours and it's printed, maybe today or tomorrow, you'll get it. Let's go to a very exciting part of this program. So, the ratification of our referendum and declaration of our independence, the votes have been counted. I'm going to step aside and have the people that did the work tell you what they did. Thank you.
All hail Biafra. Onagakwa. Hip, 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 hip. Once more. Hip, 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 hip. Udode. We just want to tell you about the voting today. How many people have voted? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. For the manual votes we received today, we counted. Okay, hold on.
I see some people are still agitating. People are agitating, they want their votes counted. And we are Biafrans, so all votes must count. So we have 5 minutes for you to submit your ballots, otherwise it will not be counted. Please.
continue later.
Biafrans are multitaskers. You see, you do many things at the same time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we welcome our Information Minister, Minister Sunny Abarawa. Minister Sun is fixing his mic. He's online, but his video is not showing. So he's coming. Wait, he's coming, okay? Let's continue with ID card. Leonard Uche Patricia, are you here? Leonard Uche Patricia. Mwolisa Anthony Afam. All hail Biafra.
that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insecurity. No, I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out of the way, which is not possible. I have come. After I'm done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm doing today in 5 years to come. Thank you.
Yep. Is my voice coming out? I don't know if my voice is coming out there. Is my voice coming out, please? Let me know if my voice is coming. Thank you. There may be delay in transmission, but I hope all of you can hear me. We have made it, and the dreams of the Prime Minister has come to be. Like I said in the video I played, they want him out so that they can come for you. They did not take him out this time for bad. He went to prepare and to come back for the battle that lies ahead. If he was here with us, maybe we wouldn't have done our best. But today, we are doing our best, and he is very, very proud of us wherever he is. And he is watching us and seeing everything. So keep up the good work. I welcome everyone to this very hall, where the Biafra national anthem was brought to fruition. I salute everyone that have come from all walks of life, because it's not been easy. This is what my supreme leader had dreamed, and this is what the heroes and heroines of Biafra had dreamed to be. And today we have made it a reality with the vision of one man, the indomitable Obatobie, the Itiade Kondo, the Nwakoda, the man of the year, the man of the season, the man of the moment, the man everyone wants his head on his spike, the hope of the Biafran people. Ebeiso Ekong, the pride of the Biafran people. The man that has no resemblance in all he does. Without him, we wouldn't all have gathered here today. And so we have thousands and many reasons to be so, so grateful to him. He laid a good foundation. He fought a good fight of faith, and we are living to his legacies. That is why all of you, the cabinet officials, starting from the COS down to every cabinet member, are here present in Finland to make it a reality. They said I should not pass from the airport to come down to Helsinki and to head down to Lahti. But I am surprising them today that I am in Lahti today. Above all else, I am speaking to everyone in the convention. It is mind-blowing and it is intriguing that technology can connect us from all over the world to partake in everything that we do. Yes, I welcome the American delegates that have spoken. I welcome and I thank the Ambazonia delegate that spoke yesterday and the Eritrean government president, and most especially Michael Rubin, who has been doing a great job for us, and our indomitable Biafra political and diplomatic engine, our Elias, the great lobbyist of our time. We thank you for the great work that you're doing, because if not you, the Biafran people wouldn't have attended the height that we have gone now. It is one thing to hire services, and it is another to get what you paid for. Elias, the Biafran government are so proud of you, and my Prime Minister will be super proud of you as we forge ahead to the next stage. It is our dream, like the last speaker said, and we decide how we make this a reality. People would not come to fight for us to make our dreams a reality. We are the ones to come with the template and to put it to work. That is why I acknowledge the works of my Prime Minister, because never a time has the Biafran people organized themselves this good that they now have a government and a template and every arms of government and everything needed for a nation to stand. The Prime Minister is the man that has made that history. And every one of you that stands with him and make it happen, your names will be on the monument of Biafra in years and centuries and millenniums to come. Countries and people contributed cows of each family to be able to raise funds and fight for their independence. And today their names are written in monuments. And all of you here gathered, representing the entirety of the 40 states of Biafra, you have not disappointed the Prime Minister since he embarked on this quest of sacrificing himself for anything that will happen for Biafra to come. Our Supreme Leader gave him the mandate and said he needs men of steel and of valor, men that can stand the test of time, men that can do anything for Biafra to come. Anything for Biafra to come is what he has done in Finland. Relinquish his political career and then set the pace, put his head on the line to see that Biafra is restored no matter what happens. And today, he is not taken away from us. He is here and is watching all of you, and everything you do, the decisions you take, and whatever that you're doing. I would say it is a time of probation, because he's giving us a test to see how you can be resilient, decisions you take at this time, what you will do, and how you will do it, and how you can forge ahead to the next stage. I salute everyone that have made it to this very day. Let me not forget things that led us this far. From 1929, I salute our women who took their grounds to protest against the injustice of the existence of the Biafran people. That is why women in our time We need to cherish them, take care of them, because they stand to do things unimaginable. That was in 1929, and if you're not aware, the colonial terrorist police, supervising those ones that they recruited in Nigeria, ordered the destruction of their lives when they protested against the taxation that were imposed on them against their own will. Before this time, their husbands and chiefs had become slaves, begging at the mercy of the terrorists, just like it is happening today. Please forgive me, I don't have a script. I am not reading a script, so I will be precise, and when I am done, I will leave the stage. So we pay tribute to them because they fought for the same freedom that we see today. Coming down to 1945, the slaughter and the genocide, you are all aware of it, and we call on our researchers and those that have shown interest in Biafra to dig more to understand what happened in 1945, how the Biafran people were slaughtered. Then we still had the likes of Mary Slessor. Mary Slessor played a vital role to make sure that the rights of women was not violated in the Zoological Republic of One Nigeria under the contraption of Britain. Mary Slessor played a very big role to see that we get liberated. That is why she is one of our icons. Even with the fact that
Il aurait pas mes sangs. Il aurait pas mes sangs. Il aurait pas mes noms, Yamo. The zoo has fallen. Yes. They don't know.
Sorry for the breakup in transmission. Margaret Ekpo did a great job to see that we are not also slaughtered. That is why you may hear how her name has been immortalized in some places in Nigeria, because she fought for the same freedom. Even as it happened that before the Biafran genocidal war started, she was still a staunch supporter of One Nigeria, and then she had to be imprisoned so that we can move forward, so that she wouldn't be a distraction. But I tell you that she fought for freedom. Then when we come down to the heroes and heroines of our time that have done a great job, the January 15, 1966 coup was never an Igbo coup, but that is what they had taught you in school. We thank God that the youth of this very day have been able to dig deep and to bring out the lies and propagandas against the Biafran people. The January 1566 coup was actually to defend the livelihoods of the Yorubas and the Middle Beltans that were slaughtered on a daily basis. So like I heard Rasta man said, our mumu no go kill us, and it don't stop. The help that we try to put to other people to save their lives is what they actually, at the end of the day, turned the barrel of gun against us, because we became the endangered species, because we were the only people that were able to take a bold step to rise up to say the Islamic jihadist invasion of Uthman and Fodio will not come to play in our own time. We rather die, we rather keep fighting to the end to see that our babies, women, and children are not slaughtered. I give kudos to Kaduna and Zoko. I give kudos to General Obosi and Colonel Obosi. I give kudos to Adewale. I give kudos to many and many of them that were of the Northern extraction that also took part in the the coup of January 1566 coup. It was a path to freedom and a path to liberation. And then we got into the 1967 war after the Aburi Accord. They took us unawares. They started the war and they fought and they shot the first bullet from Kakem when you're coming into the then Cross River State of one Nigeria. We fought gallantly. We were defeating them on a daily basis until they called on Britain that Okokondem was making news on the radio that we have overrun their men. Fear gripped Gowon. And what did Gowon do? Gowon decided that, oh man, we have to make sure Ojukwu boys does not win this war. And I tell you, it was not Ojukwu boys that were fighting, but it was the soldiers and the spirit of Biafra that were fighting. I salute everyone here that have come today, because nations gathered for their independence to come. America did same, and they had just 56 delegates. But today, the Biafran people have gathered over thousands to ratify the result of the referendum, which we started in February. And this is remarkable that on the screen we just saw that on the 2nd of December, the ratification of the referendum results has given the power to the Prime Minister to declare the independence United States of Biafra. That figure stated there is awesome, and history will speak of it, and everyone will remember and understand what it means. The American think tank groups that are keen in, please take the message back and put it back into the system of America so that it will go further. I also give thanks to the father of Simon Ekpa in Finland that spoke before for standing tall to secure and protect his own son. Thank you so much. Finland is not where our problem is now. Finland is actually the so-called, the standing rock to the Biafra restoration. So every Biafran needs to be happy because there are several attempts that have been made to assassinate our Prime Minister with suicide bombers sent from America. But Finland has protected him to this very day. I ask you a question. What if his absence in this meeting today and since on the 29th was to curtail another menace that may have happened to his life? That is why we need to say, thank God when some things happen, that he is not here today. He is away from this convention today for a reason. And that reason is coming back to fulfill it with Ike Pentecost. That is why no Biafra should be perplexed or shaken or wailed or worn out because the Prime Minister is not here. Rather, you should be happy that he is not here for the unforeseen to happen at this time, and he is secure wherever he is to come back to finish the fight which we have started. Because one Nigeria has not seen anything yet. Yay! One Nigeria has yet.
Yes, yeah.
One Nigeria has not seen anything yet. More are coming. The Prime Minister is healthy and happy. So nobody should be angered that he is not here. He is not here because he is away for official assignment that he will come back to fulfill later. So Finland has saved him for us to avert what would have happened if he was here. And his return is to come and fulfill the work that Chukwokike has ordained him to do. If anyone don't understand and knows the power of the media in any government, you may be making a mistake. So I make bold to recognize the voice of Biafra team that have been doing a great work, led by Honorable Marvelous and many other people. Time will not permit us to display their photos on the screen. So Marvelous, you are doing a great job, and the Biafran government is so proud of you. The Prime Minister is super proud of you with your team. I go down to Biafra Unite. I go down to Clarims. I go down to Mouthpiece of the Gods. I go down to University. I go down to Stella. I go down to Warrior Sister. I go down to Warrior Queen. I go down to Justice and Fairness. I go down to, the names are too numerous. But at this very point, I want to introduce the Deputy Minister of Information, Media and Communications of the Biafran Republic government in exile, who have told the part with the Prime Minister from the beginning to this very day. Prime Minister, please come to the stage. Let Biafran people see you and acknowledge your presence. And I call on Honorable Ugo 247. Please come to the stage. I call on Honorable Ada Biafra Betty, come to the stage. I called on Honorable John Iwuji, come to the stage, and the rest of the media personnel that are there, but you're in the congregation. Please go to the stage and acknowledge with your Deputy Minister of Information there, please. Let the joy. So these people have been doing a great job. Please, if you have been doing one thing or another in the media, please get to the stage. Get to the stage and wave your hands. Get to the stage and wave your hands. Yes, I can see Warrior Queen getting to the stage. Honorable Vicon, on the DJ, I salute you. You're doing a great job. Rasta, you're doing a great job. I salute all of you. And then the team of the media, the technical unit that we are using for this event, I salute all of you. Working with you have been so amazing. You guys have made us so proud. Everything that we have done and spoken of boils down to finance. And we call on the entire nation, we call on the entire world to please look into the Biafran case. Every Biafran at this very point, remember that we need finance more than any other thing. Coming down to this event ground took us money. As we are here today, since on the 29th that we started this convention, the Biafra Defense Forces have been decimating and destroying the terrorists of one Nigeria. They are unable to publish the videos, but the situational report is what we are telling you now. And after this time out, the Biafran Republic government in Israel will intensify, and they will be getting it woto extra romance. I am perplexed about the physically impaired Biafrans that came all the way from America, UK, and Europe to this very event. The ancient ones that made their ways down. Let me acknowledge Agnes Taylor from wherever you are there in the congregation. I salute you. I acknowledge the Biafran veterans that spoke on the stage. You all made us cry, and you gave us a reason to continue what you started and to bring it to fruition. I salute the cultural dance that was displayed. It was enormous. I salute the finance minister. The finance minister, the minister of a gentleman of all times. Having you is a great privilege to my Prime Minister and to this very government. We salute your good work. I salute as well the Minister of Art and Culture. The work you did on the map and every other thing that you have molded, it is spectacular. Honorable Judith, I owe you my salute. Thank you so much for making use of the gift that you have. And every Biafran that have keyed into the IOU loan, and those that took part in the Biafra Freedom Raffle, and those that are taking part in the Bank of Biafra, Ejema, the lending that you have to stake and then make money from it, you are making this government to go far, far, far. I thank all of you because time will not permit us to finish it all. But as you retire to your different destinations, the peace of the Prime Minister will be with you. The peace of our eternal leader will be with you. The peace of our supreme leader will be with you. The peace of our former president of Biafra, Philip Effiong, will be with you. Peace is what we seek. And for you to get peace, you must be ready to eradicate terrorists. So peace means any presence of no terrorists. So for us to have peace in Biafra, we have to make sure we remove all the terrorists in Biafra land. I salute this media team that are here. I salute the entire cabinet, starting from the COS down to the last person in the cabinet, in all the work that you're doing. And I will say, thank you so much.
DJ, please. DJ, stop. What DJ? All right. We thank our information minister. Thank you, Honorable Sani. Announcement. Tomorrow, we are going to the town square in a solidarity march with our PM. The buses will start taking us from the different hostels.
The buses would only convert those from a Green Star Hotel. The other ones can just walk to the Square Center because it's very, very close, so you don't need any bus for that. Fonum, it's very close to this. It's about maybe 200 to 300 meters, so there is no, it's a walkable distance, so please try to walk to the square.
All right, we'll try and provide the address of the Square Center. Thank you. 11 a.m. So you leave 11 a.m. to get there at 11:30 for the march. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a few minutes to announce the results of the ratification. It's not on stage. Come on. Please, can you just... Ladies and gentlemen, the results are out. You know that we conducted both electronic and manual voting. Not many people were able to vote electronically because of access to the network. So majority of the people voted manually, and the Excel will be displayed for the electronic voting. This is the Excel. And then the people that collated the results would then announce the results.
Oh, hell, Biafra. Oh, hell, Biafra. My name is Sister Neka Dike. Yeah. So we are here to let you know about the result of your votings today. And before we do that, I know time is not on our side anymore. But I would like to let us know that God is on our side, and He has told us not to be afraid. Yeah? Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Fear thou not, for I am thy God. not dismayed, be not dismayed, for I am thy Lord. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, I will help thee, I will uphold thee with my right hand of righteousness. I will strengthen thee, I will help thee, I will uphold thee with the right hand of righteousness. And they that war against thee, and they that war against thee, they shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. For I, thy Lord, thy God, will raise thy right hand. So fear thou not, God with us. So, the manual votes, we've got 776.
And the electoral votes, we got 41 voters. And that means when you add 41 plus 476, so what do you get, please? Can someone tell us what you get? We add it together, got what? 517. And everybody voted was yes. Yes, thank you. And mind you, the all voters is 570 is everybody, and everybody voted was yes, no exception. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sisters. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we say that data speaks. You can see that even within this hall, the delegates voted just like people back home and across the world that nearly voted 100%. Everybody in this hall, 517 delegates, voted yes to ratify our referendum and our declaration of independent state of the United States of Biafra. Thank you so much. Woo! Woo! All hail Biafra.
Hello, announcement is all family, please, outside for the pictures, okay? And also, Germany, we take also a picture with COS, please. Thank you. Enugu family, we go also take picture outside right now after this event. Thank you.
And after the march tomorrow, the buses will bring us back to this hall. So please, our event will start after the march. The march is now part of our event. It will take the first part of the day. Then we come back here and we continue. Thank you very much. Do not forget your belongings. Take everything with you. And if you find a phone that does not belong to you, please give it to me or give it to Mazuche or to security. Our brothers and sisters are looking for their phones. Thank you.
Wow. Did you see the gunfire? Did you see the explosion? That shows you what the declaration was on the 2nd of December. That was the declaration, and that's how it happened. And I thank every one of you that have joined me to remember this day. And right now, as we speak, our people are still on the space, and they're having a conversation. And some of the people that did not understand what took place, and some that are still confused, and some that are still gullible, are being, there's some repair going on right now, some amending their psychology and their head and their senses, so that they will understand what is going on. Thank you very much for joining us today. And then I'm going to end this right here on this live, while we go to the space to join our people. Thank you, and God bless you. Good night. I'll see you in the morning. Catch your phone.